Okay, so when the vivo V50 came out, akala ko mag-isa lang siya sa series. Yun pala may younger brother siya, which is the vivo V50 Lite na pag-uusapan natin in today's video. Hey guys, it's your tech girl Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Yup, when I first saw the vivo V50 Lite, hindi ko akalain na nasa iisang series pala siya because they look completely different. At the same time, at least here in the Philippines, hindi po sila sabay na ni-launch. It was March when the vivo V50 came out and then it was April 12 naman when the vivo V50 Lite was launched. Before anything else, lapag ko lang yung pricing niya. It's 16,999 pesos. This is the 5G variant as well. Anyway, what I have here is the Fantasy Purple. Tatlo yung colorway niya. Yung dalawa ay yung Titanium Gold and Phantom Black. Actually, itong purple yung mas bold yung design. It has patterns, it has like feather-like designs compared doon sa dalawang iba pa niyang kulay. And in fairness naman with its design, it really catches the eye. When I took this out for a camera test, talagang napapalingon yung iba. And unlike the vivo V50 na recently we reviewed, flat yung screen nito, flat yung back niya, and flat yung sides niya. And then the sides are very glossy while the panel is matte. It's also 7.79mm slim considering how large the battery capacity is. So yes, I don't know how they did that. Yung 6,500 na ilagay nila dito sa smartphone na to. Siguro may minor nitpick lang ako, which is yung screen bezels niya na hindi ganun ka-uniform. And one thing this phone has is the IP65 rating. This is for water and dust resistance. Kayang-kaya niyang tagalan yung water splashes, even strong water jet. But do take note, kapag full submersion, hindi po ito advisable. Full submersion, guys, yun yung kapag IP68 yung rating na meron siya. But since this is only IP65, wag niyong gagawin yon. Before we get to how good the battery life is, pag-usapan natin yung display niya. 6.77-inch yung size niya and it also is an OLED screen with 1080p resolution and even a 120Hz refresh rate. For its price point, it's obviously not the brightest device you can get. Peak is actually only 1,800 nits. Not the brightest, but again, I didn't have any issues using it outdoors. Kung babalikan natin yung smartphones I reviewed in the past, yung vivo V40 Lite, which is the predecessor of this device, hindi natin yan na-review dito sa YouTube. Walang masyadong naging difference. Display size lang yung lumaki sa vivo V50 Lite. Other than this, yung audio department, guys, we are getting a dual stereo speakers, which is also present sa V40 Lite. They are loud and gets the job done, but again, don't expect too much from it. As per the battery, which is again, sobrang nagulat ako and I find it weird kasi normally Vivo doesn't really put this huge battery on their smartphones unless it's a flagship phone. Previously, the vivo V40 Lite only has 5,000 mAh. Not only, but alam niyo yun, it's the typical. It's what you'd expect sa ganitong price point ng smartphones. Pero yung pinagmamalaki ng V40 Lite noon, kung maaalala nyo, or at least isa sa mga, is yung fast charging capability niya na 80 watts. And now, to present, they were saying that this device is an endurance champ because of its 6,500 battery capacity. And probably one of the best battery stamina in any smartphone that I've tested in recent years. Our battery experience definitely longer than what the vivo V50 5G gave us. At the same time, they made the battery a silicon carbon variant that will give you a higher energy density. At the same time, buti na lang they were able to make this phone capable of reverse charging. But not wireless, take note. This is only possible via another cable or any USB Type-C that you have. But with all these I mentioned, surprisingly, despite it having a really large battery capacity, it's not heavy at all. Typical weight lang, which is below 200 grams, katulad ng big brother niya na vivo V50. Now, I know having a big battery painful yan to charge. Well, at least what I expected from any phone with this size. They were able to upgrade the 80 watts to a 90 watts this time, which is, to be exact, they are using a 90 watts flash charge technology. In our experience, it charges the phone from 0 to 20% in around 8 minutes. And then achievable naman ang full charge in about an hour. Again, that is fast for a phone na may 6,500 mAh. Now, photos. Alam kong nasa iisang series sila ng vivo V50, but do take note, itong Lite, kaya nga siya tinawag na Lite, is because it lacks the Zeiss partnership. And at this point, I wouldn't really expect much from it. Hardware-wise, it has dual rear cameras, 50 megapixels main, and then 8 megapixels ultra-wide. Yung nasa ilalim niya is an Aura Light feature. Medyo mas maliit lang yung Aura Light niya compared dito sa vivo V50 na mas malaki. Yung photos taken by its main camera kapag outdoors at good yung lighting condition, maganda yung output. Medyo soft lang yung ibang images, probably because of the lack of optical image stabilization. And kung soft yung naging output ng main, mas naging soft yung output ng ultra-wide lens niya. Ang maximum capability ng digital zoom niya is 10 times. But one thing I like about the vivo V50 Lite is yung low light photos. Hindi sobrang impressive, but they are usable. Probably because of the help of its Aura Light feature. Yung Aura Light feature niya, guys, works well kapag mga portrait yung kinukunan nyo. Like, for example, human subjects. Pero kapag kunwari mga landscapes na, yung medyo wider field of view yung kailangan yung kunan, hindi na siya masyadong nakakatulong. Anyway, since of course this phone came out this 2025, it must have AI features. And what I noticed with the vivo V50 Lite, it does offer an AI erase tool na pwedeng mag-remove ng unwanted objects sa mga photos nyo, as well as meron din siyang AI photo enhance that most of the time brightens up your photos. And of course, circle to search present din sa kanya. Although, take note, for Gemini, you have to install it, hindi pa siya pre-installed out of the box. Now, performance-wise, medyo so-so lang ako dito. Kumbaga, alam niyo na, sakto lang. For the price point, it has a good amount of RAM, which is 12 gig. For my review unit, it's 8 gig of RAM. It's enough. Pero I think you can still max out to 12 gig of RAM, depending on the variant you are getting. Medyo mabagal lang din yung UFS niya, which is 2.2. Not the fastest, but can get you by. Para naman sa chipset niya, it's MediaTek Dimensity 6300. And yes, nag-MediaTek sila this time. If you remember the V40 Lite, it uses a Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 processor. And magkaiba man sila ng brand ng chipset, from what I know, they are just the same. And in our testing, yung graphic performance ng V50 Lite is okay. But if you run games like Genshin Impact, make sure that it is at the lowest setting. But tasks like multitasking, daily usage, I don't think you'll have an issue with this phone. Yun nga lang, kung nag-expect kayo na gaming powerhouse siya, hindi po. I know the chipset isn't the most groundbreaking considering yung pricing niya. And kung titignan natin, yung pinaka-significant upgrade lang talaga sa kanya is una, battery life, pangalawa, charging, and yung present na AI features sa kanya. Obviously, if you got the vivo V40 Lite already, hindi pa time for you to upgrade. But if you are one of those person who value battery life over everything else, then you won't be disappointed with this device. It is indeed an endurance champ. Anyway, that's basically it. Again, it's your Tech Girl Mary, and see you in our next video. Bye!